Greetings, friends. It has been a while. It has been about a month since Father Stan Swamy died in prison in what was best describable as a institutional murder of an activist who had given his life, his everything, to the upliftment of tribal peoples, the most downtrodden, most marginalized, and exploited segment of Indian society. Thinking back to it, we cannot simply see it in terms of it being a civil rights issue or simply in terms of how he was murdered. That would be unfair to him, and that would be unfair to all those that he loved. No, instead, I see it in terms of a larger context. Father Stan Swamy fought for the indigenous people of the Chotanagpur region, the scheduled tribes, the scheduled tribes of that region. We have to see it in context. This is a mineral-rich region. If properly developed and done so in a democratic manner, it would have more than enough to cater to the needs and welfare of all those who live there. Yet, this region, along with the hill regions of Chhattisgarh and western regions of Orissa, it constitutes a belt of absolute impoverishment where tens of thousands, in fact, millions of people have been displaced, and millions of scheduled tribes, those who inherit the land, have been displaced brutally and continue to be marginalized. It appears to me that the Indian state, which has not just been vicious towards Father Stan Swamy, but for decades, has been extremely aggressive in its exploitation of these people and this region in a manner that profits, corporations, and the rich, for those who mine the region, for those who exploit the natural wealth of the region, not so much of those people who live there. We talk of proletarianization as a process which destroys the property owning individual, that rips them from their life in the rural sector and forces them into capitalist relations where they are reduced to nothing but a wage slave, forced to sell their labor power to survive. In this process, Eastern India, and especially the mineral-rich regions of Jharkhand, Chhattisgarh, and Orissa, are of extreme importance. For the Indian capitalist class, the scheduled tribes simply come in the way of progress, progress being their billions of profits. And the government, especially this government in power, is absolutely committed to the interest of the billionaires who fund them, absolutely committed to ensuring the freedom of exploitation, the freedom of profit, not necessarily the freedom of life, not the right to live. Reflecting on the martyrdom of Father Stan Swamy, we have to see things in this context. He died resisting this process. He died fighting for the good of those people who were the victim of this process of exploitation and destruction. We should resolve to fight by the side of the oppressed and marginalized tribal people. We have to resolve to build up solidarity with them. They are right now in the front lines of a new scramble for resources going on all across the world, from the Amazon in Brazil to Africa and even in India. Father Stan Swamy is a victim in this imperialist war to grab resources and destroy lives. This is my 2 cents.